You should see when I drain stuff. So there's a drain cover. And you know what else I use? I use the sprocket for a bicycle. It fits down inside, but some of them are just a hole. But a saw blade works too, from a skill saw.
Sick.
It
like
fits
a
perfectly.
7 inch or something?
Yeah, you just stick it 7 1/4. Okay. So we just make them bigger, and then we attach a weight to the bottom so it just sits down and so you can roll over and it doesn't do anything.
And so where does that go?
This goes down to the drain.
Oh, he made it.
I've been wanting to do something with Ozzie for a long time because he's such a character, and I've known him since 1994. When Tony Hawk, Lance Mountain, Grant Taylor, or any other number of transition skaters want to skate pool, they call one person, and that's Ozzie Ausband. Does he bring them to abandoned places? No. He actually goes to each house, knocks on the door, talks to the owners, and gets permission to skate each of these pools. He's going to tell you how he finds the pool. It's pretty interesting. Ozzie knows everything about these pools, the names, the shapes, the years. I was on YouTube the other day and I saw a CBS article about him. I asked Ozzie about this. I was like, whoa, you were on CBS? And he's like, yeah, I guess they called Tony Hawk. And Tony Hawk was like, no, you don't want to talk to me. You want to talk to Ozzie. He's the one that drains all the pools and he's the ones that finds them. And Ozzie wrote a skateboarding book called Back in the Day with William Sharp.
I've been doing satellites, so I grid an area from one major street to another major street and then systematically go through. If I find an empty round pool that looks good, I screenshot it, put it in my phone, keep going, and then I start the next day at the first one and work my way across. We're in Reseda right now.
No, we're in North Hollywood.
No, he's recording, jackass.
Oh, you don't want to show where the pool is?
Never. So we are looking at these two right here. One's a bent square. It doesn't look too good. These usually aren't unless they have round corners, so we usually don't even bother knocking on those because, you know, it's an exercise in futility. And I'm going to get a face wall grind out of it. Is it really worth that? No. So I start just knocking, and I systematically go through my list. Pop, 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 pop. And then I do that neighborhood, and then I don't go back for 6 months. And I do another neighborhood, another neighborhood, another neighborhood, all the way across the valley. And then about a year and a half, I go back and start over.
What do you say? Like, if I knocked on the door and said, hey, can I skate your pool? They're just going to slam the door
Well,
on me.
I have a book called Back in the Day that came out, so I bring that with me. I say, hey, I'm an author. My name's on this book. I wrote this book about skateboarding. I know Tony Hawk and Tony Olive. You know anything about skateboarding? Usually somebody has heard of those two guys. Usually they have kids or toys. There's all kinds of things. You just look for what you can do. If the house needs painted, you paint the fence. If they want shoes for their kids, you get shoes for their kids. Whatever. You just call around and find things that work and make them happy. And then you look at the pool and ride it and see if it's going to be good. Sometimes they just want the pool cleaned out. They don't want the rainwater in. It just depends. We have to talk our way in. We have to do work to get in there. So say if I go in here and do a cleanup on their yard, I'm going to spend 4 hours working. But I'm looking at the yard, and the yard itself looks very well manicured. It doesn't look like young kids live there. There's no signs of toys or anything like that. So they're probably older. So I'm going to go knock and see what I can do. I'm going to go alone. I'll be right back.
All right, Ozzie. What pool is this?
We call it the Hunter because the guy that lived here a long time ago was a big game hunter.
What kind of pool is it?
It's a Blue Haven. It was put in the 50s. It doesn't have any of the normal marks. It doesn't have a plate under the lid or anything, but the homeowner looked it up in his paperwork and it was put in 1954. It's big. It's 9'10". It's a big Rossmore. Rossmore is a shape of a pool. It has piano key, shallow end stairs rather than a little wedding cake. For some people, they're more fun because you don't have to go over the stairs to keep your speed. But for other guys, there's purists out there. They want to go over all the obstacles, so they want a wedding cake to go over, which is the wedding stack of stairs in shallow end. They like going over them. Either one, it's just preference. But side ladder, box, lights, it's all right here, ready to go. Oh my! Feels good to roll, man. How's it? Yeah. Like you get in the here. Die.
Yeah. On your board again?
What are you doing?
I'm trying to get the board, dude. You're getting so scared of me.
I don't know. You always got some kind of
what do you-
little prank or something.
What do you think I'm gonna do to you? I'm filming
I don't
you,
know.
dude.
Hit me nuts or something. I don't know.
All right, we're going paintballing soon, dude.
Saturday.
I gotta join up with you.
All right. I'm gonna light this board up.
Okay, let's
Then
go.
skate it.
You're gonna sit. That was rad. Yeah. Oh my wow.
That's so cute. You're doing something other than an invert.
Suck a dick.
Oh, yeah, there's some fucking suck a dick talk going on over here.
Straight up. I got you on an invert after this tail block. It's mediocre
That's
tail
why I
block.
like you, man.
What are we talking about?
Inverse.
It is, huh?
You guys
Oh.
back just a little bit.
The fact I haven't done one.
Oh, box talk, coming in hot.
So what do you want to know about inverts?
What kind of pool is this?
This is a Merlino and Testa.
How do you even know what
Oh,
what each pool
look.
is?
He knows all the different
Oh, we can look it at. Okay.
Merlino and Testa.
Okay. Alright.
Yeah.
What kind of coping is it?
Well, this had meatloaf, pebble meatloaf.
Yeah.
But we cut it back to bullnose. We took all the
Oh,
stuff
so you
out.
did all this work on it.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That's how it was.
That's what it was.
feeling the blunt kickflip. I just
And then what'd you use to cut that?
I used a chisel. I bought a chisel and a hammer, and Lance and I sat out here and we chiseled it all off.
I know.
They did this. They did this when they redid the whole thing. So they put the gouges in it,
Yeah.
so that this would stick to it.
Oh, okay.
So it basically looked like that. And so we took it all off because there was bullnose under. We found out there was bullnose under, so that's what we did.
So
we
much,
fixed it all up.
so much better. You usually have a pool cover.
I have one, but it's round.
If you stay right where you're at, I won't hit you.
I have one.
Ah, shit, move on. Sorry. You said you usually see that at the deep end of the light?
Yeah, it covers up the light where the electrical wiring goes for the light. It's usually under the diving board. The company, whether it's Blue Haven or Anthony Brothers Pools or whatever, they put that plate on to cover it up so you can get to the electrical out and fix it if you have to. They explode, by the way. Pool lights. If you run them without the water in the pool, they'll actually explode.
Because they get too hot.
They get too hot, yeah.
Yeah, Tristan.
What the heck? So sick.
That was insane.
You were like,
It got you excited to make it all.
did you hear it? Did you hear your truck? You were like,
Alright, now let's try it. That's better. Yeah, the wind is really strong, man. I guess it blew it over.
the standard, air conditioning, we call it.
What kind of pool is this?
There's a Blue Haven kidney, the plate's up there.
1951 was the first Blue Haven pool?
And it's still there. The guy that started Blue Haven worked with a guy called Pascal Paddock. Pascal Paddock was a U.S. Army Corps of Engineers architect, and he was making square pools for public places and military bases. And one day, he was like, why do the pools keep leaking? Because the walls were falling back. And he was eating cereal, and he looked at his bowl, and he's like, So he started taking rebar and spraying the gunite over it, and he made the first round oval. And that's what started the whole thing going.
I love how you just drain all the pools for all the skaters to come, even if you skate or not. You're just like so motivated to do it.
Well, I was motivated to skate.
Thank you, Ozzie.
Yeah, see? I was motivated to skate this morning, but I worked so many hours at the hospital lately. I've just been like, I got out here and I was like, oh, just didn't feel like it. But I have days. I have to pick and choose. I get hurt, so I just pick. Like if I'm skating good, I'll just try a bunch of stuff and try and stay on as much as I can. And I have him come out with me too, and he makes farting sounds over my ear.
Yeah, shoots all the photos.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it just depends. Some days you are diamond, and some days you're a stone.
How many pools do you have going right now?
17 permissions.
How long does it take to find one pool? How many doors do you have to knock on before you can get one?
Well, it's like that. My average is if I knock on 100 doors, I'll get 10 pools. So I'm about 10%.
God damn.
It takes a lot of work.
Right around the corner from you? Yeah. Do a twig.
This kid that I was with.
Yeah, I have a photo of you to post that, and you're seriously.
What was your first book?
I did back in the day with William Sharp.
Okay.
And then now we're doing one with MRZ, and it's on Blue Tile Obsession. It's just stories and pools and their history. So it's a pool skating book. That's it.
And how many years will this be over?
Since 2008 when I moved to Ridiculous. So it's that from 2008 till now. So it has Salba, TA, it has all the Badlands guys in it, all the stuff I did from San Diego, all the stuff out here in the valley, Grant Taylor, Tristan, Rennie, you guys, it has everybody in it. It's a well-rounded book. And it's all only on pools. There's nothing else in it. Get out of frame!
It's all right.
How long have you been coming out with Ozzie?
He's 17 years.
And only skating pools?
Only pools. He won't skate anything else.
I used to skate vert.
Yeah, ever so often I get him out to cross those ramp. We've done some weird stuff. Like Ozzie's rad. Every year on his birthday, he'd want to go out and do something special. And I forget which one it was, but we ended up at Bob's. And he dropped in. He didn't drop in on the top of the mega ramp, but he dropped in on the receiving end, past the gap.
Yep.
And then did a nose pick on the ramp.
Wait, he did?
Yeah, it was freaking
On
rad.
the 25 feet, right?
Yeah, yeah.
That is surprisingly smooth.
How long you been coming here?
This one, since at least 2000, maybe 99. A little old lady owned it named Betty, and we just knock on the door and come back and clean it up and throw her trash out for her. And she's like, yeah, you guys can skate. And then when she passed away, family moved in, and April runs it. So she's like, yeah, you guys can come. You've been coming forever. So we patch it and keep it nice and keep the yard clean as best we can.
What's that last turnpike?
Nice and juicy, huh?
$500, you grind it right now.
What? Are you serious?
No, you look too confident.
Scratch your feet, Wolf.
Over here. Shallow end.
Hey, what are you doing? Have you not skated?
Have you ever skated a pool?
Jesus,
Get up
you
on the
can't. You
cake.
gotta get
Get
on
the wedding
there.
cake. There you go.
You don't know the rules?
No.
Oh my God!
Stay out of
I
the
remember the first
zone.
time I learned them. What
you
is
just
that?
see when I drain stuff. So there's a drain cover. And you know what else I use? I use the sprocket for a bicycle. It fits down inside, but some of them are just a hole. But a saw blade works too, from a skill saw.
Sick.
It
Like a
fits
7"
perfectly.
or something?
Yeah, you just stick it 7 1/4.
Okay.
So we just make them bigger, and then we attach a weight to the bottom so it just sits down and so you can roll over and it doesn't do anything.
And so where does that go?
This goes down to the drain.
Oh, he made it.
Back the fuck off. I don't gotta skate. I'm not doing it again. I ain't gonna skate today.
Andy McDonald, who is your favorite skater?
My favorite skater, you never heard of him. His name's Kyle McDonald.
Where's he from?
He's my older brother.
What stance is he?
He's regular,
What
same stance as me,
All right.
and he could ollie higher than me. When I first started skating, he could ollie over a trash can, and I was like, oh, I just spent the first few years skating, trying to keep up with my brother. And he's the most exciting skater to watch because he never got that on vert. When you're skating a vert ramp,
Yep.
or a bowl or whatever, when you get in the air, there's a split second that every skater has to determine, like, okay, my feet are in the right place, my weight's in the right place, I'm gonna go for the landing now, and I'm gonna release my board, and like that all happens in a split second. And every skater that skates transition knows that. My brother never learned that. He just figures he can do it. So he just rides up, and no matter where his feet are, no matter how off balance he is, he's like, I'm going for it, I can do it. And it ends up being the most exciting skating you've ever seen because he goes for stuff that he has no business going for, and often makes it. So
There must have been some gnarly slams because of
yes,
that too.
gnarly slams too. And then as he got older, like he doesn't skate enough that he can do all the tricks that you need to skate in repetition to do. So he'll skate like once a month and then drop in, be like, I can still do frontside inverts, and just do a frontside invert and lock his front and back truck at the same time and wobble out and make it, and just the most exciting skating you'll ever see. So.
That would make this the most exciting. All right, sick. Thank you. I wonder what's for lunch. Ooh, let's go.